You wanna go up right beside him? Is that Bradford?
Yeah, it looks like it. What a quality of people they have.
Oh. Hey!
What's up, Kay?
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
Hi,
Hey,
nice
good morning.
to see you.
Hey.
I'm Robert Way.
Hey, I'm James. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Robert. I'm Garrett.
Hey, I know Garrett. I know who you are.
I got a
We got
green
green.
here. We'll come out here.
You guys' signs in a few minutes.
Oh, this is just the regular
Yeah, the regular crew here.
anti-war.
Yep. Oh, come on, man.
Where's Jane? Did she leave?
I don't know.
Oh, I
No,
hope we
she's
didn't
there.
miss
Pink
her.
shirt.
Oh, cool. She's in regular clothes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome.
This is going to be epic.
You got the chalk?
Yeah.
Chalk Connect. What's up, everybody?
Not much. What's up?
Hey, I'm Garrett.
Graham, you need a summer coat, honey.
It really is.
This is great, the crowd we have in the square. Usually there's not this many here. Cool.
Graham, would you like some fries, honey?
Oh, fries?
French fries brought us some stuff, man.
Awesome, I brought chocolates. On free.
It was a great day.
Inspired by
Yeah, we're always inspired.
You know, it's funny, I've tried to be like, you know, an organizer, you know, do an activity. It's just maybe the largest single event going in my honor.
Really? I don't see your name anywhere. How do you know it's in honor of you?
I just
That's
said-
quite the ego.
My name
Awfully
is-
presumptuous. Quite the ego.
I left my Acro wig at home, so I wanted to be here in your honor. I can't
It's not raining out. That's kind of silly.
So, anybody want to be interviewed about your protest today? It's all pretty obvious. Is it possible that the harassment isn't actually going on?
It is right now.
I'm sorry? That's a question, not a comment. Well, harassment generally has to do with feeling threatened. Are you saying I'm threatening you, Ken? That's kind of silly. I'm just standing here with a video camera.
And we're just standing here with signs.
Yeah, and as you should be able to stand there with signs.
Then why is that harassment?
I didn't say it was harassment.
I think it's great that so many people are gathered together here and that we can have an open dialogue and conversation.
Well, that's
So,
all I was trying
Ian.
to do. Is ask some questions.
Mr. Bernard.
Freeman, thank you.
Oh, yes. Yes, sir, Mr. Bernard.
Oh, no, that's Freeman.
Here's the point.
It's Freeman.
What is
I've
your
got a
viewpoint?
voter ID with Freeman on it. I'd appreciate it if you call me by my name. Is your
What
name
is-
Dan?
What is your viewpoint on the fact that the Robin Hood has stole some property from Disney and didn't compensate him for it?
But I would love to talk to you further about it. What's your name, Dan?
I would like you
Robert,
to answer the question I just asked.
I'd be happy to. I just want to know your name. Is it Dan?
Well, like, you can call me Mr. Cold Talker.
Crossed over the line. They were pretty threatening, don't you?
Sorry?
I feel you're
Why are you threatening? I've just got a video
an
camera.
object in your hand, and it's very threatening. Perhaps you
The
should
camera
back
is
up.
threatening to you, Kay?
Yes, I think it is.
You just stepped
Isn't
up
that
to
what
me.
you used to do?
What are you
I
talking
watched you
about?
step up to my husband.
Actually, you stepped up to Dan. I
You
just
came-
saw this.
you
Yeah, I
came
was trying to
over.
get closer so I could hear him. Considering
Get out there, man.
Oh, I'm good. I'm right next to the road there.
You don't want to get hit out there.
So now,
No, you're right, I
interrupted our
don't.
conversation. He asked me a question. I'd like to answer.
Well, I'm glad the city of Keene rules for building the roads and make them wide enough.
Anything like that.
Okay, can you define what you mean by that?
They took a copyrighted image and used it without just compensation.
Is that why you guys are out here over intellectual property?
Why do you not believe in
I
copyright?
don't know, what do you think we're out here?
What's
What do
intellectual
our signs say?
I don't believe in intellectual property. It's an idea, it's a word, but I didn't bring a sign. I was thinking of chalking.
Yeah, but when you invent
You just
something,
asked a question and I
but
answered
see,
it.
yeah,
What's
but
the
when you
sign say?
invent something as a product, isn't that using an intellectual?
Disney doesn't.
You mean using ideas? Like, well,
Your ideas to build
I mean,
something. That's free creation.
I
That's
think
free thinking. Which you're allowed for.
I like the idea of people thinking freely, but I think the idea of intellectual property actually constrains thought because it prevents what you're able to do with your creative means. If you have a bunch of cartoons that you've been shown throughout your life and are culturally significant, I think that you have the right to re-edit them and reconstruct them in an artistic manner.
You know, Sigmund Freud was the one who invented marketing and advertising. You know what? Because it has to do with the psyche. People want to buy stuff as soon as they see it. You know, like this.
Well, it's like where did
It like attracts them, right?
where did the ideas of intellectual property come from? I think they're fairly modern. Like in ancient societies, like
All those
people.
terms in the dictionary, man.
Yeah.
You know?
In ancient societies, I don't think human beings were fighting over ideas like your ability to you know, you couldn't copy an image. We didn't have technology, we didn't have means. So, do you mind if I get a little closer? Back in the day, we didn't have technology, we didn't have the means.
Which I think is pretty freaking cool because of the fact that people had to come up with ways to get along and make things happen, right? Like building roads to get places.
And we're reaching.
The tire, you know?
Right. Well, would you say we're approaching a post-scarcity age? I mean, we're not anywhere near it yet, but would you say that the direction is that way?
Well, I mean that's a big concept, though. I mean,
Do you think it's a noble
because
goal?
you get a lot of people like right now live in this town, right? They've never even been out of. Some people have never even been out of the state.
I found that to be common around here.
So when a lot of people, like I've had people I've taken out of the state and they think it's a whole new world, they don't even realize that it's a world out there beyond what they're used to, right? I grew up on the welfare system. The only thing I know, right, is the welfare system, which I think is a big scam, and the military. That's it, man.
The military is a welfare scheme unto itself.
Well, it is.
I mean, it's like a free job for anybody.
What is
this FSB? What is that?
Free State Project.
How does it take away your freedom?
How does it take away your freedom? The Free State Project? You're not taking away my freedom.
I'm glad to hear that.
Basically, the reason why we're out here is because of the way you guys approach the parking meter people, man. That Robin Hood thing's gotta you gotta come to some kind of like compromise.
So
here,
what
man.
do you? All right.
Because
So,
like I could come down to your house and like just follow you all day long and just be like.
but I'm not
wouldn't
doing
that
that
piss
to
you off after a
people.
while? Wouldn't that bother you?
I'm not going to people's homes.
No,
I'm not following them
but
around
you don't want me
all
coming to
day.
work.
Do you understand like the nature of the position when you wear a Keene Police Department badge that you're opening
It's
oneself?
a job. It's a job.
It is a
People
job.
need to feed your family. Some people
And-
do jobs they don't want.
And
to
I
do.
respect the individuals that do those jobs to the
It's like
extent
you want to be a
that
street sweeper, right? And clean the damn streets. I bet you that person goes out there,
nobody
cleans the streets, you know, because he's proud of doing it. He may not like it, but you know what? He's probably the best damn street sweeper out there. You know, and now you go out there and then you do stuff like this, and the guy just cleaned the streets.
So you think
Now
it's
he
offensive
feels-
to chalk?
Do I what?
Do you think it's offensive to chalk? I think it's free speech activity.
Well, yeah,
I think
but
it's
I mean, hey, let's
beautiful.
pick a place to do it. You know, don't do it. Don't go in front of a courthouse just because. You know, I mean, that's kind of
Well, then you think-
instigating. It's
Doesn't a courthouse seem like an ideal location? I mean, we all pay for it. It's a common
You
space.
do? You pay for it? You guys, you pay
We're all
taxes?
forced to.
You're forced to?
We don't have a choice.
Makes better video.
So let me ask you this: you've called the cops before.
I've never called.
I've never.
I know
don't
you're the
believe,
one that doesn't. You don't snitch. That's right. You're not the snitch.
What
You don't
what
do
is
that.
what
well,
is
because
snitching
what I'm
mean?
saying is it's kind of a contradiction when you're against the police, but then when it suits you, you go
What is
ahead
it?
and
Let's
use the
talk
police
about-
force to help you, whatever it is, right?
It sounds like there may be a mischaracterization of my ideas if you say I'm against the police.
down. The Free State Project.
Do you know what
here to stay?
Do you know what I went to school for?
that?
Do you know what I went to school for?
No, what'd you go to school for?
Criminal justice.
Yeah, me too.
I have a bachelor's degree in criminology.
Afterwards,
And I did an internship with the Merrimack County Sheriff's Department.
Or Vermont. This is coming from the
I don't know. It's hard to talk over.
Are you really surprised and
I'll wait till
angry
he's
that
done.
people who want more freedom?
But I think it's a mischaracterization to think that we're against police or against the idea of people keeping peace. And I think that that's just the image that people get when we're out with cameras keeping an eye on law enforcement. We're not disrespecting the
Listen,
individuals.
I like the cop block thing. I was all, like, a couple of years ago, I really got into the cop block thing because of the guy who used to be the police officer that's died.
Terrible. Meanwhile, keep bitching about
There
it.
you go.
It only makes us look more relevant. Should that be? Should
So
that be signed Ian Freeman?
Is the idea like you said you changed your beliefs on that, or
On what?
on cop block or police accountability?
No. I'm all for it, but I see like the cops now. They're getting. I see them online. You actually, arresting people for filming, which I think's a bunch of crap. You should be able to film anybody anywhere, as long as you're not hindering their jobs.
And do you feel that in Keene anyone does that, hindering the jobs of law enforcement?
Yeah, well, the parking enforcement people are kind
Really?
of.
So we could go online today and find
you got Lynn stressing out to the point where she's gonna go nuts on you guys.
And she never told us that. Like, we learned this in court.
What's that?
We never learned any of that until she said so in court. Like, she didn't have
Right.
it. She
So
chose not
now,
to
but
communicate
now
with
you
us.
guys are still following them around, even though after now you know that it bothers them. So why are you still doing that?
Well,
You've seen me Robin Hood or not, but I don't generally walk the parking forces. Like I will sometimes on Saturday to hang out with Garrett and James, but we always have friendly conversations. Jade,
I know you guys. Listen, I know you guys are. He's even said that. But it's just the fact that you're there. I mean, really, she would like a day off for you guys. Sometimes
we've
she
given
gets
them many days off.
I know, but you should give them a day off every day. You know what
so
I mean?
you're basically asking us to quit.
You don't have to quit. We don't want you to quit because we want you to at least feel like you've won the battle. All right. So that way
I
you'll
felt like
stop.
I was
So
never in
let's-
a battle.
Let's compromise here and figure something. Let's go do something like we're doing here instead of following them around while they're working. Let's write up some flyers and stand in one spot.
I think it's awesome that there's no parking enforcement going on today, that Jane's out here expressing herself. That's wonderful. I wish she'd do that every day instead of parking enforcement. But
She needs to feed her family, you know what I mean? That's the only way she makes a living.
and I'm sure if you asked her,
But you know what? That's none of your friggin' business.
You're
What
absolutely
she's
right.
qualified for, she could be a scientist and work at the friggin' sanitation department. Does that make it any worse? No.
is she a scientist?
I'm just telling you. Come on, so now you're just being stupid. Come on, man.
the thing is, I feel like the people who are being targeted by the city and the lawsuit are not people who are involved in anything that
Right.
could be considered harassment.
Right, but I just heard on the scanner for the last week about all the subpoenas that are going out now for that court case. That's crazy, dude.
Well, yeah, then the city's choosing to do
people
it.
that don't even, they're just walking the streets.
The attorney-
I know, I've seen you on the street.
The attorney who's chosen to represent
The
us.
dismissal was,
Yeah.
they refused it based on the fact that one time he got on his radio and said, "Hey, Alan is over by the post office." So that means that
Yeah, but you know what that sounds like, though? It sounds like you guys are setting up a big, it sounds kind of scary.
We're setting up what, a conspiracy to fill meters?
No, not a conspiracy. I used the wrong word.
They do use conspiracy.
You're
They're
setting
calling
up
us a conspiracy.
when it looks like you guys are coordinating an effort, it looks like you're really coordinating an effort to make somebody's lives miserable. You're not really just following them around and being like cordial.
Well,
sometimes
it was
you are.
nothing like that. I think Pete actually went to the post office to mail out some cop block stuff, and he happened to see Alan and was like, "Oh, hey, I know you guys are looking for him. Well, he's over at the post office."
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that was probably kind of stupid on his part.
I think it's because of what the Keene Sentinel has published and also what the city manager has alleged in a letter to the editor before the lawsuit, that people get the wrong impression about what most of us who are out here are doing. And that's why I feel that that image should be cleared up. That's why I'm out here today. I mean, I think it's awesome.
Well,
that people are
I
holding
would like that. I
signs.
mean, I'm finally
Sorry,
glad
I
to
don't
meet you
have the
guys
roster
because
list with me.
Well, if you have a roster, it'd be nice to provide.
But yeah, I don't understand why.
Graham?
I am Graham.
I am glad to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. What's your name?
Great. My name? I can get back to you with that information.
Okay, well, at least it's clear who the accountable ones are here.
Absolutely.
And that's Graham Colson, by the way.
Yeah, there's some people who aren't hiding behind
Well, I'm the one that started the free Keene from the Free State.
Well, there are some people that aren't having cameras stuck in their face all
And
the
I'm
time.
glad you approved my request to join.
Yeah, right, because I actually like that, man. It was kind of like making some
Really
sense, you know?
You consider this stuck in your face?
I don't know where you got that from, but
Close enough.
Where I got what
I'm not
from?
giving him permission for that.
how you wrote that, what you did, what you wrote, makes sense.
My first post or the one that was just
What is
approved?
putting a camera in
One that was
someone's
just
face? I mean,
Oh, it's a conversation I've been having, you know, for a few years.
Have
Yeah.
you seen the video where Dr. David Berman followed me around with a camera and like literally stuck it in my face? Like that's sticking a camera in someone's face. I think that's what a lot of free Keene haters think we do, but like, I think they're pretty respectful distances, and people are usually further actually.
Hey Jane, do you think that I harass or bully you?
There's a fine line there. Yeah.
You feel that I do?
I don't feel you bully me, but I do feel that you harass me. You all harass me.
Well, how could I alleviate that? People are very loud.
I like harassing her. It's more fun for me. Simply because she won't let me push the button.
All day today, there will be no parking enforcers working. Free parking.
Basically, all I'm doing here is, like, I think the way that you guys, Rob Cutters, are performing, harassing parking meter people, that's what I'm trying out. I think there should be a better way of doing that kind of stuff. I don't have anything, I used to put points in the meters too, man.
So what do you consider harassing?
See, now we're going to get into a subject that you guys are going to just turn. I mean, everything I say is going to be turned around. Because harassing can mean a lot to anybody, right?
Right.
And when these guys have already told you that they feel like they're being harassed, and you guys are still harassing now. If your kids were running around and they were being harassed, I'm sure you'd probably say something to the people who are harassing the kids, right?
If my kid were wearing a badge,
but
that
it was
said
kind of
Keene Police Department on it, I'd probably give him shit about it
because they
too.
wear a badge now and they work for the that makes you them bad people that you guys gotta go around with.
They're not bad people.
You know, I wear a elite badge. Would that make me bad? No.
No, I didn't know.
It's not about badges making people bad people. It's about badges not granting extra rights.
But they don't grant rights. Their job's not to enforce, to grant rights to anybody like a police officer.
Well,
okay?
they have special
Their job's to go
rights.
look at a meter, man. How, come on.
Their job is to threaten people.
They're not, how are they doing?
How are they
They don't talk to people. How are they talking to you?
It's a threat.
No, it's not. It's part of the
Because
deal
you
in
know
society.
the normal
You come down here, you know you're going to pay a meter.
Yeah, a normal
Right?
person knows that
Do
there's
you
going
come
to be a
down here
fine if they don't
expecting you
pay.
don't have to pay a meter?
There are towns.
It's called free will.
Good.
They
Go
have
to
a right.
those towns.
Like he's always talking about free will and all this stuff, right? But everybody parks, all right? It's their free will to park.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Do we have a choice whether or not to pay for the infrastructure?
Yeah.
No, we don't. It's called property taxes,
When you
and
pay
it
your
pays
tax-
for these parking spots. We
These
have no choice.
businesses right here, every time you do, you take money away from the businesses.
No, we
Because
don't.
You're
We add
stopping
money to the business.
You're
Okay, go
stopping
talk to-
customers from parking, all right, so they can go shopping.
Well, you know what Jane is doing? When they issue a ticket, they don't want to come back and shop here.
Well, what I would say about the idea of it being a voluntary contract or a bill, it's not like a normal bill, and that's one of my major issues with it is it's not just a $5 bill. If it was just a $5 bill, it would be a little different. But it's a $5 bill that turns into a $10 bill, a $20 bill, a $40
Yeah,
bill.
if you don't pay it within a certain amount.
And then they take your
Can we
car.
join the
But does Walmart do that to you? Like if
I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
they've towed cars from
single mom's
young
car.
single mothers who got their car towed.
Making payments, and she had to be somewhere. She had her baby with her, and they just took her car.
It's kind of like when you get in trouble and you get, say, like, you know, you got to pay a fine and you don't pay the fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know when you have to pay the fine that you're going to have consequences.
But
So
what if you didn't
this
have to pay
girl
the fine?
probably, you don't know anything about this girl, this single mother, right? Probably was real frivolous with her money and didn't pay her bills that she knew she had to pay. I mean,
Does
I'm
that
not.
make it okay though?
Well,
take
it makes
the
it
fine?
okay when you neglect to do the responsibilities as an adult in your life. You don't. There's consequences, and hey, that's just the way it is.
But you're okay with that? Them taking her car?
I'm sure that they
Are
made
you taking people's
you know,
pictures for some kind of a roster?
Sorry, I'm really interested in what you have to say.
That'd be cool. I mean, we got.
Well, it's kind of funny because he's talking about taking pictures for a roster, but all you guys go on the website and post all
We
the
have a
cops'
roster
police
of the-
papers with their phone numbers, their call signs.
Well, they're
everything.
business phone numbers, of
Yeah,
course.
you know, but I mean,
But don't you think that's great
isn't
that people?
putting? I mean, that's kind of like, I mean, not.
Well,
that it's-
I love it that
it's
if
public
I've
information.
had interactions with the police before and I didn't know who the person was, and then afterwards I'm like, who is that officer? I need to contact him. And it would be great if I could go on the Keene Police Department page and see all the police officers.
They don't have
But they don't have that. So Keene Cop Block has put that out there for people so that they can be like, oh yes, that's the officer that I met.
Right.
And I think it's great for more community building, you know, just filling in the gaps that the KPD isn't doing.
Well, they took my fries.
Oh man,
Fritz
so they
fries
ran
came
off
by
with
with
all the
fries.
free food.
So advertising Fritz fries.
Yeah, unfortunately we didn't bring our peace tea out.
No.
Usually we're pimping for them. We got the new flavors early.
So,
They come out in 3
just
days.
to clarify, I don't think it's very nice to threaten people, and that's what
it's not, really.
That's basically what the parking enforcement does. They don't see it that way, right? And you don't see it that way.
But I'm just saying, I don't think a
most people
ticket's a
don't.
threat. Now, you get pulled over and the cops give you a ticket. Now I see that's more of a kind of a more personal way to get a ticket, you know?
Absolutely. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Are you with them?
No, I'm speaking for myself. I'm just saying, robbing from the taxpayers aren't taxes theft.
Whatever you say.
Really?
Whatever you say, ma'am.
I'd go further than taxes or theft and say taxes are robbery because there's a threat of force associated with it.
Taxes suck either way, man.
If it was theft, it would.
What do you think parking fines are?
But, you know, I mean, that's not a tax, I don't think.
So, free Keene from the Free State Project? Really? Why?
I'm not against the Free State Project, just the idiots that make the Free State Project look bad.
So, these are the Robin Hooders who object to. Why?
Robin Hood is just ridiculous. I mean, harassing people on their jobs. I mean, there's no need for that. They've already expressed their feelings that they're being harassed. A normal person would leave them alone. So when you keep harassing somebody, they just try to tell me something else.
Well, would you consider what I'm doing now harassment? I'm just asking you
Not at all.
about the sign.
No.
Okay.
Oh, she's obviously with them.
I appreciate you being willing to have a conversation because
I mean, we all got our own beliefs and stuff, and a lot of it really is all it all has to do with interpretation.
Parking enforcement is theft.
Hey!
Enforcement is theft.
Hey, that's free Chelsea Manning.
Bradley Manning, he's gay. He wants his hormone treatments now. My car. Yeah, you know, he's really a woman. That's what he wants to
so you don't like taxes.
No, I think. I've been. I don't know anybody that likes half the stuff you guys are talking about. I wickedly believe in it. All right, it's just that in today's society right now, it's never going to get better. It's never going to change.
See,
and it sucks, but you know you can't. But
people don't do something.
Right,
with that mindset, it never will change.
But let's stop. You know, I don't want to use this analogy because it's way off board. But let's stop bombing friggin' hospital, you know, abortion clinics to make a point.
Stop bombing anywhere.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I want a microphone. I want a Mr. Microphone for
I think many people, it's like in the United States since 9/11, there's this huge terrorism scare.